I'm waiting for my what happened with everyone with Bitcoin to happen to me. We have a couple people from my husband's job, millionaires from Bitcoin.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I'm like, can I be that person that when I bought Shiba at 0.0000000012, just go up to 10 cents and I will be cruising.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Jason always says that. He's like, can this just go to like 0.04 cents?
Yeah, we're not asking for anything crazy here. We don't need big numbers.
So I have a little bit of a lot, if that makes any sense. Yep. And hoping one of them will just take off.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah. But I'm still waiting on my grandma to win the lottery. She keeps telling me she's going to win.
Come on, Grandma.
She's always like, one day I'm going to pay off your house. So every time she's like, pray this ticket wins. I'm like, Mima, you still haven't paid off my house. So I'm still waiting.
Just waiting. Just encouraging her to gamble just so you can be like, come on, Grandma, you got this. We're all counting on you.
Budget. I won't say what her budget is. I know her budget. But she has a budget.
That's smart.
Every week for gambling.
That's wild. Like to be just at that stage of life, you know? It's pretty cool.
No, she's always had that budget for gambling. But it's somehow, even with her quote unquote recklessness of gambling, which isn't, I guess, reckless if you're budgeting. Yeah. Like she never goes over the budget. And somehow she always freaking wins money. So I don't like every ticket I've gotten her. No less than $8.
That's wild. Yeah. So she at least is like winning her money back.
Yeah. And the most expensive tickets like that she buys is $5. Yeah. So like she pretty much always wins at least her money back.
That's pretty good.
Which is wild to me.
Yeah.
I get a ticket, $0.
Yeah. Same. Time. I do not have luck in money for sure. Like not winning on a slot machine or bingo or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand. Last week she was like, yeah, I won $29 on this ticket, $12 on this ticket. And I'm just like, I know that's not a ton of money.
No, but like it adds to be able to purchase it every week. Then to have that like gambling budget it exists for her then because it's safe. Yeah, like it's not causing any harm. So that's good.
Yeah, and she never has debt, really in her whole life.
That's good.
So like she pays everything cash. Yeah, she shook hands to buy her house. Literally,
what a wild time!
And the owner held the mortgage. She didn't write a contract. Dang. They shook hands.
What a time to be alive! And here we are these days where everything is like. How about someone like hack into my email account so you can pay my bills by accident? Where are we at?
For sure. It's always like wild that you have to like do this long process to go pay a bill. Yeah. And you're just like, please, somebody go in and pay it.
Accidentally put your credit card number in for me, please.
That's why I always had told people like, if I ever win the lottery or won some kind of chunk of change, like I would love to be able to pay off my close friends and like my family's mortgages. And people are like, how would you pay it off without them knowing? And I'm like, because I don't think you need to know much from them. Like you would call me like, this is your person. Yeah. They're going to accept your money. It's not like you're taking money from them.
Yeah. Paying off a debt.
I want to pay Jacqueline Robinson's mortgage off. Yeah. Can you find it for me? You don't need to give me the account number.
And they're like 3-point authentication. We're going to send a code first.
Are you sure you don't want my $300,000?
Yeah. Okay, fine. That's fine. This is too much for you. I'll just hang up.
It's always funny how that is. Yeah. And then like something that you can use your card, it's like logged in.
Yeah. It's too simple.
Whatever. Yeah. It's fine. Hopefully one day we win the lottery.
Yes. Yep. Working on that.
The first thing
also
we're doing
not
is booking
buying
the cruise.
Like I don't buy lottery tickets, so it's not going well for me to win the lottery.
It's gonna be that one time.
I know where you just like randomly are like driving, you stop at the random gas station on the side of the road, and then that's where you win the mega like
those
million.
Are always the people that win. Are those like random? They like stopped in a podunk town.
Yeah, they're like, I've never bought a lottery ticket before. How do I do this? Like,
oh, you need to watch. Where was this on? Maybe it's like a 2020. Maybe it was on actual live TV. We watch that these days.
Yeah.
It was this poor guy won, I think, $10 million.
That's a good amount.
And he lived in Polk County, which is like Lakeland area.
Okay.
And he like really helped out all of his like. He was like, I just want to get a car, and he got like a used car that was like not much. I think he paid like $3,000 for it or something. And he's like, I just want a nice house, so he bought a house. And then he helped like all these people. All these people would come to him and be like, can you help me with this? And he'd be like, sure. This chick ends up like basically convincing him to like manage his money, and she killed him.
So you can't trust people.
She buried him in her front yard under she then poured concrete right on top. And she was just like, no, he ran away because he was tired of she had people on the run for months trying to, because they thought he just took off because he didn't want to like deal with people knowing he had money.
Yeah, because then of course everyone comes out of the woodwork and is like, hey, haven't talked to you in 10 years. How are you? And then they're like, also? And
she convinced police and his family and all this that he had taken off to get away from all of this.
Dang. And they probably believed it because they were like, that checks out. Like for lottery winners. She even had a random
guy that kind of sounded like him call people to be like, I'm fine. Wow. It was really sad. Like, I was like, this poor guy. Yeah. And they said how he was like the nicest guy.
So like the money didn't change him. Like the wealth didn't change the type of person that he was.
No, he was giving his money. He was like gonna go broke because he was literally like helping people who were taking advantage of him.
Yeah, that's so awful.
And I'm like, that's so awful.
See, you can't trust people. Awful.
No, you gotta like, the first thing my grandma said is you get a lawyer before you even go and pick up your money.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think because if you get a lawyer, you're allowed to like hide your name or something like that.
Oh, okay. So that you're not in the newspaper when they like do small town girl. And then it's like your pictures and there's like, oh no.
But this is my thing. I told Alvar's like, people are going to find out. Like,
of course. And even in your national network, maybe, because it would be like word of mouth a little bit. Like,
well, not even that, because I wouldn't tell.
Yeah.
The thing is, he was like, yeah, because I think publicly your name has to be. But I'm like,
oh yeah, because they have to announce a winner legally, like, because then it looks like a fraudulent, like some of those, if you read the fine print on things, like a winner has to be announced in order for it to be closed. Like,
right. Online, I think it has to be like announced somewhere, but I still think you legally can put it in like a LLC or something. Okay. Like that's where a lawyer comes in. Like you can legally put it into a name.
That'd be smart. Yeah. But, so that it's not your name just blasted everywhere. Like,
right. Yeah. But I told him, I'm like, how many people of your own people goes and looks up who won the lottery?
Never. I've never once done that in my entire life. Like,
never. Me either. So I'm like, I understand.
If you don't tell me, like, then I'm just not meant to know. And you never wanted to give me $5 for a cheeseburger. It's fine. Like, I get it.
Little do you know, you've been sitting next to a multimillionaire that made you pay half the bill.
Yes, exactly. I'm just like, you made me split the bill with you? Like,
I know that someone would know someone in our family won money. I just would I would try to hide that it was me.
Yeah, just because I honestly, and I think you're the same way, I want to live a normal life. I don't want, especially like that example of that gentleman too. I don't want people coming.
I'm going to be vacationing even more, but
like not in a way that all of a sudden you wouldn't have like a Birkin bag where it's like, what? Like, no, either they're involved in something illegal or like,
I got this $4. Yeah. I will maybe.
So I just think it'd be one of those things, like I'd be still living like normal. It would just be like, obviously, like you said, the vacations, whenever we need a new car, we're buying it right away, like paying off the house, like the things that are like not going to be visibly like, oh, you're multimillionaires. It's just the normal
I think the only thing
stuff
that would give it away is everyone's like getting a lump sum of money. And then I'm like, okay, guys, I'm actually moving now.
Like you're like done. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because Albert doesn't have to work anymore. Yep. So it kind of
that would be the only indicator, I think, for like the people in your network, like your family and friends. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But I've been working my family up, which I've been telling them truth, that like hopefully if all works well, he can retire earlier than we thought. So maybe we could kind of we wait a little bit
and then you just disappear. And they're like, what?
Not tell anybody. Like wait a little after everyone got the money. Yeah. Like, yo, who is this? Like who won the money?
Yeah. And then it's just like,
and then we'll take off and move. But I also now, like, I think even more I wouldn't have social media, which I haven't been on social media. I've only been on Millennial Mom Chatter. So I think that, like, no, even if I was on vacation, people wouldn't know I'm on vacation or being bougie. So that's where I would spend my money, honestly, is traveling.
No, I feel like that's, like, we're the same way. Our family is, like, all about, like, a good trip and stuff like that. So I think we would definitely be just hopping on planes. And that's the only way you'd be like, where did they get up with all this money? And that'd be it. Like,
depending on how much money I won, if it was like 500,000 or
that's not a lot of money though.
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean 500,000.
Yeah, I was like, you're not going anywhere with 500. That all went into the house. Like that's all gone.
We paid the debt off, and that's
that's it. You're just like cool, like normal, I guess. Like with my $4 Amazon shirt, still like.
It would be great because like all our money would be our money.
Yes.
We'd be able to pay all our debt off.
Like it'd be
meaning our
disposable
house
income at that
and-
point then. You'd just be paying
100%.
whatever you have and then you could go on
Yeah.
vacation. So you
It'd be
still
fun
would
money.
look rich. Like
Yeah. But I think if I won something like really big, like 500 million,
yeah.
I think, do you know what my bougiest thing would be?
what?
I really think it would be. I would get a teacher nanny. And when I say a
Oh,
teacher nanny, I mean like someone that can do school with my kids. So like they have a one-to-one school like
Yep.
teacher,
Yep.
right? And they can travel with us.
Ooh,
So
yep.
we're not limited.
Yes.
I think
What we always talk about on here
Yes.
when we're restricted to the school calendar because we chose to
Yes.
put our kids in physical school versus homeschooling.
Yeah.
So
I
There we
truly
are.
think I would be like a 1-to-3 student
Yeah.
ratio.
Yep.
You know, my kids and one teacher
Yep.
that can travel with us when we travel, and like they can see the world, and like we homeschool but not homeschool.
yeah. No, for sure. Just to
That-
give the flexibility.
That would be my biggest. Like that would be the person I hire.
Yeah.
I think.
I could see that.
Doesn't that sound like a dream?
No, that does sound super nice, especially because we both still have
kids,
young
you have
kids.
to do your schoolwork first with
Yeah.
Anne, and then we can go.
Because we're actually going on African safari later, so I need you guys to wrap this up and get done with your worksheets,
like,
okay?
Like, what is this dream that like you do the things you want with your husband that
Yeah.
you maybe would not do with your kids
Yes.
while they're doing school with their like
Yeah, because
nanny
you have
teacher?
someone who actually can responsibly look after them, so they're safe.
No, you're doing school
Yeah.
in the morning,
Yep.
wherever you are in Italy.
Yes.
You go do your adult things
Yeah.
without them. And then when they're done with school, we go and do things as a family. Like, what a dream, guys.
Yeah.
That would be my expense.
No, that sounds super nice. I like it. I approve. That's a great idea.
So one day, guys,
Yeah.
one